Guys, I've got questions like others that go back. I mean, you mentioned you played basketball together, so that's fantastic. I want to know more. Do you guys want to talk about your business relationship? I know, really you're talking. You guys met 35 years ago, and I know off camera we've talked about some of the business stuff. Is there anything you guys wanted to bring up, just as again, little teasers and facts for people that are making it this far into the video?
Listen, for me, Jason, it's funny you mentioned the basketball. Sheldon and I both loved basketball back then. I guess we still do today. And I used to love going to his house and calling him up and say, "Hey, dude, want to shoot some hoops?" Go over there, shoot some hoops. And his wife Lynn was there, and we'd shoot hoops for an hour or two, and then his wife got, "Hey, Sheldon, come on, you got to come and eat dinner." I was like the little kid that didn't want to leave. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got to leave now." So, but all these things, I mean, while we were shooting hoops, we were always talking about business. It was always about, what deals out there are interesting. We were involved in as Sheldon mentioned, mining deals, gold deals back then, everything. And we were always looking at areas, where money was being deployed. And I was learning. This was, new for me. And so I was like a sponge trying to learn. And I had chosen, I guess Sheldon as being my mentor in the industry. I mean, there were many guys out there, but he was one that certainly was shining. And I was the guy to sit there and go, well, if he's offering all this information, I'm going to go suck it up and listen and learn. And that's what I did. But again, we had a great time doing it, having the barbecue, the burgers, and shooting hoops and everything. I mean, what more? Does it get any better? So our relationship goes all the way back to then. Those are my really fond memories. And I'm looking forward to, having our next set of memories. And then during the middle of all those years, we had kept in touch a little bit here and there. I'd always followed what Sheldon was up to. And then I guess we had, not spoken. I'm thinking it was probably 10 or 15 years. But I had, kind of looked always, what's he up to? Where is he? And listen, as we all know, time flies. And funnily enough, I recall reaching out to Sheldon. I do think it was about 3 years ago. And I did get through via email to his secretary, who did say that she would pass on the information. And the reason I did reach out is because we were just starting with this deal. And I wanted to say, hey, I just wanted to say, hey, here's where I'm at nowadays. Here's what we're doing. But we never connected back then, and that's fine. We connected now, and all is good. And I'm a happy camper. I'm really, really delighted to have Sheldon and his son Jackson aboard, and just great energy, awesome energy.
So I guess if I can comment about Jeff, the one thing that I've always recalled is his passion, he's a smart guy, he's a quick learner, great sense of humor, and I've always felt very comfortable in everything we've kind of done, and it's like we haven't lost any time reconnecting. A couple of years ago, psychedelics and all this whole area was like talking about the moon. And I was just trying to focus on getting myself back on my feet, because I had a company, Pine Tree, and it kind of had not a great ending because of resource markets went into a depression. So I've kind of restarted and now really catching a head of steam, and was finally had the capital so I could do projects like this. And we were looking for months, and we could say we were a bit late to look at psychedelics, but then who really knew that this was going to happen in such a prolific manner? But anyway, with Jeff, it's almost like just time flew, but like I say, the more things change, more remain the same. It's sort of like just catching up to where we left off, and it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
I agree 100%. Jason, it's like I have a chat group with Sheldon and Jackson, and it's almost like you feel like it's family. You're starting to share, jokes or a photo. Hey, dude, check me out. I'm down at the beach. I had a barbecue last night. Look at this, look at the beautiful barbecue I had. And, you start sharing those images that they bring a happy smile to, to him, to me, whatever. And so it's just like it's like it never ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
And
very, very cool.
in business, you cannot buy mindset. Mindset is mindset. It's sort of your DNA. It's where you've come from. And it also has to do with your, your moral principles and everything like that. And once you've established that bridge, you can almost do anything. I mean, listen, shit happens, if I can say that. In business, there's headwinds, there's government, there's financial crisis, there's all these black swan or outlier events that can come in and perhaps slow you down. But this is a train that is going to keep going here. It's going to have its ebbs and flows, just like the market does, up and down, and especially the volatility in the junior markets. So that's something that you really have to prepare for and have thick skin for. But the rewards are unlike anything else. But when you work with somebody that you have a similar mindset to, you don't freak out when these situations occur. You manage through problems. And that's the key. Success is about managing through problems as opposed to standing in the winner's circle and going, wow, look how great we were. That doesn't build a bigger business.
True. Very true. Good words of wisdom there.
Yeah, no, hey, that's awesome. And you're surrounding yourself with the right people. The managements and the extremely successful guys always say, surround yourself with people you want to be around. The smartest person in the room, all that stuff. And you guys are really just saying exactly what a lot of people have been echoing for years, which is amazing. Look, that's all for my questions. I don't know if there's any questions you guys have for each other, or things that you wanted to say that we didn't get into. I think this was a great intro to kind of the strategic investment and the partnership you guys are forming. A little bit of your history, of course. So we introed that. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add to the table?
Well, I just feel the table
is
set. I just feel the table's set. And now I look forward to all the courses that we're going to be eating and then the dessert sort of at the end. And I'll call that chapters in the book. So I think there's going to be a lot of milestones that are going to be reached here, and it's going to be exciting to talk about them. And I think this is the year of M2Bio, in my view.
Yeah, I completely concur, Sheldon. Thank you for that. And I too am I know that we have already established a bit of a timeline on some of the things that we plan to announce with Sheldon shortly. And we're excited to get those out, and then we're excited to build upon that. And there is a lot of, he mentioned it before, strategic partnerships. There's just so much behind what he's actually saying there, and we certainly are moving into that direction quickly. And it's going to be, it will be extremely exciting and very rewarding for all the shareholders. So we're very happy. Couldn't be more delighted.
Awesome. Well, we'll leave it there. And I expect there's going to be a ton of questions on both sides. If there's anything you want to know about either M2Bio or ThreeD Capital, make sure you drop them below. But also, if there's any questions for Sheldon, for Jeff, what they were seeing back in the day, maybe there's something you guys want to bring up. You saw them as a part of something. You saw them at a conference. Who knows? Would love to see them below, and we can make sure we get it in another video. But thanks, guys, for hopping on. Jeff, Sheldon, it was a pleasure.
Cool. Thanks, Sheldon. Thank you, Jason, for the interview. Yeah, everybody, you guys have a great morning back on the East Coast.